When it comes to attraction, words are not always the clearest signal. In fact, more often than not, it is body language that unveils the truth. You see, the human body has a way of betraying emotions we might try to conceal. A woman who feels a strong pull of desire may not necessarily voice it, but her body will reveal it in countless small, almost unnoticeable ways. These cues, when you pay close attention, are like a secret code waiting to be read. It's in the eyes, the gestures, the posture, and the unconscious movements that spill the truth she may not say out loud. Take, for instance, the way her eyes connect. Prolonged eye contact is one of the most powerful indicators of attraction. When she looks into your eyes and doesn't quickly dart away, it speaks volumes. The gaze lingers. Her pupils might dilate, and in that moment, her interest becomes obvious. Sometimes it's the quick glances, too, the kind where she steals a look when she thinks you're not paying attention. That constant checking, that curiosity in her eyes, is her body language announcing her attraction without her lips having to form the words. Notice also the positioning of her body when she's around you. If she leans in when you talk, angles her torso to face you directly, or tilts her head slightly as if absorbing every word, it's a clear sign her attention is fixed on you. The body doesn't lie. A woman who is disengaged will lean back, cross her arms, or find ways to create distance. But when attraction is present, she unconsciously bridges that gap. She moves closer, she opens her posture, and she aligns herself toward you as if your presence draws her in like a magnet. Another subtle yet telling cue is touch. Not always deliberate, sometimes it shows in the light brushing of her hand against yours, the way her fingers linger when handing you something, or how she doesn't pull away quickly when there's accidental contact. These are not just coincidences. They are signals layered in body language. Even something as small as fixing her hair repeatedly when you're around or smoothing her clothes is a subconscious act. It's her body's way of saying she cares about how she appears in your presence, a sign of wanting to be noticed and appreciated. Her smile is another giveaway. Pay attention to the difference between a polite smile and one that radiates from genuine attraction. A woman who feels drawn to you will smile wider, her eyes will sparkle, and there's often a playful softness in her expression. It's not just about lips curving upward, it's about the entire face lighting up. That glow you see when she smiles at you is her body language laying bare the spark she feels inside. Then comes mirroring. This is when she unconsciously mirrors your movements or gestures. You cross your legs, she does the same. You lean forward, and shortly after, she mirrors that posture. It's not calculated. It happens naturally when someone feels connected and attracted. The body aligns itself with the energy of the person it desires, almost as though sensing rhythms without needing to say a word. Even the tone of her laughter changes in the presence of attraction. It becomes lighter, more musical, and sometimes a little more frequent than usual. She laughs not just because something is funny, but because her body is tuned into your presence, eager to build a sense of closeness. Watch how she reacts when you say something mildly amusing. That willingness to laugh wholeheartedly is yet another subtle but significant expression of attraction. Let's not forget the power of physical proximity. If you're in a group setting and she finds ways to stand or sit closer to you, that's her body language doing all the talking. The closeness is intentional, even when it seems casual. Whether she's sliding into the seat next to yours, leaning in so her shoulder grazes yours, or stepping closer when space isn't an issue. These movements reveal her desire for connection. Her body gravitates toward yours without needing permission or explanation. Her voice, though technically not body language, blends into the same category of non-verbal cues. When a woman is sexually attracted, her voice often softens or takes on a slightly different pitch when speaking with you. She may elongate certain words, lower her tone ever so slightly, or slow her speech in moments of deeper connection. This change happens naturally, almost like her voice is aligning with her emotions and betraying the attraction she might otherwise keep under wraps. Even silence speaks. Pay attention to those pauses where she simply looks at you, smiles, or waits just a moment longer before responding. Those silences are heavy with meaning. They are filled with unspoken thoughts, unexpressed emotions, and desire cloaked in stillness. It's her body's way of savoring the moment, of extending the connection without breaking it too quickly. The truth is, her body will always tell on her. It whispers secrets her lips may never utter. It leans closer when she longs for your energy. It smiles brighter when you walk into the room, and it reaches out in subtle, fleeting touches that scream attraction louder than any words ever could. Her body language is the book she writes unconsciously, and if you learn to read it, you'll uncover the undeniable truth of her attraction. Closeness is one of the strongest and most undeniable signs of attraction. When a woman is drawn to you, she instinctively looks for opportunities to shorten the physical and emotional distance between you. This doesn't always have to be bold or obvious. Sometimes it shows in the simplest of actions, where she chooses to sit, how she angles her body, or the little excuses she creates just to be near. Proximity is a language of its own, and when someone is sexually attracted, that closeness becomes intentional, meaningful, and consistent. Think about those moments when you notice she positions herself next to you even when there are plenty of other seats available. That isn't coincidence. It's a silent declaration that your presence is where she feels most drawn. Whether it's in a crowded room or a quiet setting, she will naturally gravitate toward you. When there is attraction, closeness is no longer just about physical space. It becomes her way of building a connection, a way of silently letting you know she feels comfortable and safe near you. It can also be in the subtle gestures that happen during conversations. She might lean in while you're talking, allowing her shoulder or arm to brush against yours as though it happened naturally. Yet, deep down, there's intent. She doesn't shy away from contact. She embraces it in small, controlled doses, testing how it feels to be closer and savoring the spark of connection that comes with it. If she pulls her chair forward, lowers her voice so that you have to lean in to hear, or stands just close enough for you to notice her presence, it's her attraction taking form in the language of proximity. Closeness is not always about touch. Sometimes it's about creating shared space. A woman who is sexually attracted will look for ways to share moments with you, no matter how small. It could be offering to walk alongside you, joining you in the kitchen while you prepare something, or suggesting that you sit together instead of apart. These may seem like ordinary actions, but they carry extraordinary meaning. They reveal her desire to not just be in the same environment as you, but to carve out space where you and her can exist together without unnecessary distance. Her body movements also tell this story of closeness. Notice how she might subtly angle her body toward yours in a group conversation, even when she doesn't need to. Her knees point in your direction, her torso leans ever so slightly forward, and she positions herself so you remain within her focus. The unconscious act of aligning herself with you is a testament to her attraction. It's as though her body naturally orbits around your presence, seeking warmth in the energy you bring. Another powerful sign lies in those fleeting yet intentional touches. Maybe she brushes lint off your shoulder, adjusts your collar, or playfully taps your arm to emphasize a point. These are not just acts of care or playfulness, they are ways of bridging the gap between two bodies. Every touch, however small, becomes a signal of her desire to be closer, to remove barriers, and to explore connection in a physical sense. The beauty of these gestures is that they are layered. They can be innocent on the surface, but deeply meaningful underneath. Closeness also shows in the way she protects and nurtures the space you both share. When she's attracted, she may shift her focus away from distractions to give you her undivided attention. She chooses to sit nearer, listens more intently, and ensures her energy is directed toward you. Even in a room full of people, her presence aligns itself with yours, creating a small world where the two of you exist more prominently than anyone else. It's her way of saying, without words, that being near you matters more than anything else happening around her. Sometimes her search for closeness will come wrapped in playfulness. She might find reasons to lean against you, bump shoulders in a lighthearted way, or step into your personal space with a teasing remark. While it may appear casual, these actions carry undertones of attraction. Playfulness allows her to mask the depth of her intentions while still indulging in the thrill of closeness. It's her way of testing the waters, exploring comfort, and letting attraction show through gestures that feel natural and spontaneous. Even in moments of silence, closeness speaks loudly. When she doesn't feel the need to fill every gap in conversation with words, but instead chooses to remain physically near, it signals a deeper level of comfort and desire. Attraction thrives in those quiet moments where no one has to say anything. Yet the energy of proximity makes everything feel more intimate. The silence becomes charged, the closeness becomes meaningful, and her presence tells you all you need to know about her attraction. Attraction always seeks expression, and one of the purest ways it manifests is through closeness. A woman drawn to you doesn't want to keep her distance. She wants to dissolve it. She will find ways, subtle or bold, playful or deliberate, to bring her body and energy nearer. Whether it's through touch, positioning, or simply existing within your space, her closeness is a declaration of attraction that cannot be ignored. Attraction is not always about what can be seen. Sometimes it is about what can be felt. One of the clearest ways to sense if a woman is sexually attracted is through the shift in her energy and attention when you are around. Energy does not lie. It has a way of flowing differently when desire enters the picture. A woman who is drawn to you will give off an unmistakable vibrancy, a certain liveliness that feels directed and intentional. She becomes more present, more engaged, and more invested in every interaction. It's as though your presence unlocks a version of her that is brighter, more playful, and more deeply connected. You might notice how her tone of voice changes. Around others, she may sound casual or even reserved, but when she speaks to you, there is a noticeable warmth and excitement. Her voice may soften, or it may rise with energy, depending on her personality, but either way, it takes on a quality that makes you feel singled out. She lingers on words longer, adds a bit more emphasis, and uses her voice as a tool to draw you in. This shift in tone is often unconscious, but it reveals how her attraction is shaping the way she interacts with you. Her laughter is another giveaway. Pay attention to how easily and genuinely she laughs when you are around. Even jokes that aren't particularly funny can spark a heartfelt giggle or an amused smile. This isn't forced. It's her body responding to the excitement of your presence. Laughter becomes a way of bonding, of breaking down barriers, and of showing that she enjoys the energy you bring into her space. The sound of her laughter changes too. It becomes lighter, fuller, and often more frequent, signaling that she is invested in the moment with you. Focus is a powerful indicator as well. In a crowded setting, her attention seems to gravitate toward you. She may engage with others, but her eyes keep finding their way back to yours. She listens more intently when you speak, remembers the details of your stories, and responds thoughtfully. It's not just casual interest, it's full presence. Her energy intensifies because she is tuned in, deliberately choosing to give you a level of attention that feels deeper than what she extends to others. You'll also notice how her body responds when attraction heightens her energy. She may become more animated in her gestures, using her hands more expressively while talking. Or she may lean closer with an eagerness to share in the conversation. Her movements might speed up slightly when she's excited or slow down when the mood shifts into something more intimate. Either way, her body amplifies the energy she feels, and it's directed toward you. This is how her attraction makes itself visible, not just in words, but in the unspoken electricity of her presence. Another layer of intensified energy is the way she prioritizes time with you. When there's attraction, distractions fade into the background. She puts her phone away, holds eye contact longer, and immerses herself in the interaction. The moments you spend together feel elevated, as though time bends around the two of you. She doesn't want the conversation to end quickly, and she invests her focus into extending the connection for as long as possible. That willingness to linger is a direct reflection of how much your presence excites her. Even the way she teases or playfully interacts reveals this heightened energy. She may add a little more spice to her words, flirt with subtle comments, or create light, hearted challenges in the conversation. This isn't just casual banter, it's attraction taking form in a playful exchange. Her energy seeks ways to keep the spark alive, to create moments of intimacy hidden within laughter and jokes. Playfulness becomes her tool for building a deeper bond without having to openly declare her desire. Her physical presence carries this energy too. You might sense that she seems more alert, more radiant, or even more magnetic when you are near. Some women may blush more easily, their cheeks warming under the intensity of attraction, while others may carry an aura of confidence that wasn't as evident before. It's as though your presence awakens something within her, amplifying her natural energy and channeling it toward you. What's also undeniable is the emotional depth in her attention. When she is attracted, she doesn't just hear your words, she listens with care. She asks follow-up questions, remembers things you've shared in the past, and responds in ways that make you feel truly seen. This emotional attentiveness is a form of intimacy, one that speaks to her deeper interest. She wants to understand you, to connect with you, and to be fully present in the space you share. Attraction always magnifies presence. A woman who feels that pull will not be indifferent. Her energy will shift in ways that you cannot ignore. She will appear more alive, more engaged, and more drawn to the connection between you. Her focus sharpens, her laughter deepens, and her entire being seems to lean into the moment with you. Energy is the invisible language of desire, and when it intensifies in your direction, it reveals the attraction she may never openly say out loud. Playfulness is one of the most revealing signs of attraction. When a woman feels that deep pull towards someone, her energy often comes alive in the form of teasing, joking, and light-hearted interactions. This type of behavior isn't just about having fun. It's a subtle yet powerful way of creating intimacy while keeping things safe and light on the surface. Beneath the laughter and teasing, there's a layer of desire, curiosity, and an unspoken invitation that tells a much bigger story than the words themselves. One of the clearest examples of this is teasing. She may playfully call you out on something you said, give you a funny nickname, or mimic a gesture you made. These little moments of banter are not random. They are deliberate ways of creating connection. By teasing, she sets the stage for a bond that feels personal and unique, one that goes beyond ordinary conversation. The teasing is her way of showing she feels comfortable enough to break down formality and create a playful rhythm just between the two of you. Flirtatious interactions often come with a touch of boldness. She may compliment you in a way that feels different from a casual remark, perhaps with a sparkle in her eye or a sly smile that lingers longer than usual. Compliments wrapped in playfulness carry a double meaning. They acknowledge something she likes while also hinting at her attraction. These small gestures may seem harmless on the surface, but the undertone is clear. It's her way of letting you know she notices, she's paying attention, and she enjoys pointing it out in a way that feels light but layered. Body language plays a huge role in flirtatious playfulness. Prolonged eye contact combined with a mischievous grin can say far more than words ever could. She might hold your gaze just a little longer before looking away, leaving behind a lingering sense of curiosity. Or maybe she raises her eyebrows in a playful expression, tilting her head while asking a question that feels more teasing than serious. Every movement, every glance, every smirk becomes a piece of the puzzle that reveals her attraction. Touch is another way playful energy shows itself. She may lightly tap your arm while laughing at a joke, bump shoulders with you while walking side by side, or playfully shove you in response to something you said. These gestures often carry an innocence that makes them easy to dismiss, yet beneath them lies the truth of her desire to create contact. Playful touch is one of the clearest ways attraction manifests, because it breaks down barriers while still giving her the freedom to hide behind the excuse of fun. In conversations, flirtatious energy often comes through in the way she challenges or tests you. She might ask questions designed to make you blush or hint at something suggestive while pretending to keep it casual. The back and forth rhythm becomes charged with an undertone of attraction, where words are no longer just about their surface meaning but about what lies beneath. She engages you with wit, she keeps you on your toes, and she adds a sense of unpredictability that makes the interaction feel more exciting and alive. Even silence can play a role in playful flirtation. There are moments when she may say something cheeky and then simply watch your reaction, smiling knowingly as though she has all the answers. The pause is intentional. It draws out the tension, allows the energy to linger, and deepens the sense of connection without her needing to explain further. That silence, combined with her playful remark, creates an atmosphere where attraction thrives in the unspoken. Playfulness also reveals itself in the way she creates inside jokes with you. These private little moments of humor become a bond that no one else shares. They may seem small, but they are powerful because they create a world within a world, a space where you and her communicate in a way others cannot fully understand. The effort she puts into building these playful interactions shows how much she values the connection and how much her attraction fuels her desire to keep it alive. Another sign of flirtatious playfulness is the way she finds reasons to extend conversations. She might prolong a topic with teasing comments, ask follow-up questions that invite you to respond in a fun way, or use humor to keep the dialogue flowing. It's not about the content itself. It's about the connection being built through interaction. By keeping the conversation playful, she ensures that the energy between you remains charged and engaging, a reflection of the attraction she feels. What makes playful and flirtatious behavior so telling is its mix of safety and intimacy. On the surface, it allows her to express desire without taking the risk of being overly direct. But beneath it, it creates a powerful bridge, one that connects her attraction to her actions. Each playful remark, each lingering smile, each teasing touch is her way of opening the door to deeper intimacy without having to announce it outright. It's attraction in motion, cloaked in humor, wrapped in charm, and charged with unspoken desire.